Have you ever thought about what a woman is really thinking when she says hello? Is it just a welcome, or does it mean a lot of different things to her? Men often try to figure out how women think, but what if I told you that the ancient philosophy of Stoicism holds the answers? That's right. Stoicism's deep insights into human nature can help you see things from her point of view, understand her better, and connect with her on a deeper level. Today, we're going to talk about how you can use Stoic principles to figure out how women think, which is a complicated but fascinating puzzle. This video will help you understand those mysterious signals, whether you want to improve your current relationship or just get a better sense of your dating life. If you want to learn more about the complicated but fascinating world of a woman's mind, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Let's work together to solve the puzzle. Doven 1. Keep your feelings in check. A man should always be able to keep his emotions in check. This central idea of Stoicism tells us to control our inner world, no matter what happens around us. Picture yourself in a tense argument where the other person is yelling and you stay calm and collected. This ability to stay calm not only shows emotional strength, but also garners respect. Women are naturally drawn to men who can stay calm under pressure and act with a clear sense of purpose. Say you're at a busy restaurant and the service is slow. Instead of getting angry and snapping at the waiter, you stay calm and understanding. Your date sees this and knows that you can handle problems with grace. This patience not only makes the evening more enjoyable, but it also shows that you can stay calm even when things don't go as planned. This kind of maturity and dependability is very attractive to women. Besides, self-control isn't just about dealing with outside situations. It's also about controlling your feelings. Imagine that you are being criticized at work. Instead of getting defensive or angry, you take a moment to process the feedback and reply thoughtfully. This shows maturity and self-awareness, which are qualities that are highly valued. Women like and notice men who can take feedback well and use it to make himself better. If you are in charge of yourself, you are also in charge of the situation. This means you can make things happen instead of just sitting back and waiting for them to happen. For example, if you're working toward a goal, like a career goal or a personal project, and you run into problems, your ability to stay calm and focused will set you apart from others who might give up or panic. When men can thrive under pressure instead of crumble, women notice and are drawn to them. Self-control also includes how you deal with relationships and interactions with other people. For example, when you're feeling jealous or insecure, you don't let those feelings control your actions. Instead, you acknowledge them, but don't act on them right away. You talk to your partner openly and honestly, which builds trust and respect. Women are drawn to men who can handle their emotions and communicate effectively without drama or conflict in social situations. Self-control can make all the difference. For example, if someone tries to bother you or provoke you at a social event, you don't get angry or defensive. Instead, you stay calm and collected, and you might even make the situation more interesting with humor or a measured reaction. Being able to keep your cool when things get tough shows that you are mature and strong, making you stand out as someone who isn't easily upset. To sum up, keeping your cool is a great way to attract women and get them thinking about you. It shows a deep inner strength. Being strong and in control of your emotions are very attractive. By following this Stoic principle, you show that you are a man of substance who can handle life's challenges with confidence and calmness. This is a quality that will make you stand out and leave a lasting impression on any woman you meet. When you're under a lot of stress, deal with problems with grace and control your feelings in a healthy way. This is what makes you stand out and makes you unforgettable. Living by your values is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and a powerful attractor in relationships. When you align your actions with your core beliefs and principles, you radiate authenticity and integrity traits that resonate deeply with women. Living by your values means making decisions that reflect your true priorities and aspirations. Take, for example, the value of family. If you prioritize spending quality time with your family over other activities, this choice speaks volumes about your character. Women will see that you are dedicated and responsible, someone who values deep connections and loyalty. Similarly, if personal growth is important to you, you'll invest time and effort into activities that enhance your skills and knowledge. This drive for self-improved movement is not only beneficial for your own development, but also shows that you are ambitious and committed to becoming the best version of yourself. Another aspect of living by your values is contributing to your community, whether it's volunteering, supporting local initiatives, or simply helping out a neighbor. Your actions reflect a sense of responsibility and compassion. Women appreciate men who are kind and proactive, who go beyond their own needs to make a positive impact on the world around them. Setting limits is also an important part of living by your values. For example, if mutual respect is important to you, make sure that everyone in your relationships knows that you expect it. This way, you can protect your own health and build a healthy relationship with others. Women will respect you if you stick up for yourself and set high standards for your relationships. When you live genuinely and in line with your values, you create a magnetic presence that naturally attracts women who share your values and admire your honesty. When you are true to yourself, you exude confidence and self-assurance, which are highly attractive traits. Women will be drawn to your unwavering commitment to your values and the sense of purpose that guides your actions. Remember that living by your values doesn't just mean following a set of rules. It means putting those rules into action in every part of your life. Being consistent and real will make you stand out and leave an impression. By being true to yourself and your values, you not only improve your life, but you also attract women who love and respect the real you. Read cues from body language. Body language is like a secret code that can help you get ahead in any conversation, but especially with women. Think about being able to read a woman's body language and know if she's interested, attracted, or even ready to take things to the next level. This skill is like having a superpower that makes you stand out from other guys. Since body language makes up more than 60% of what we say, learning to read it can make your relationships with other people a lot better. Think about how much you can learn from the way someone looks at you. Small things like where someone's feet are pointing can reveal a lot about what they're really thinking and feeling. And it's not enough to just read her body language. You need to master your own as well. For example, you can use your posture, gestures, and eye contact to show confidence and attraction. By being aware of how you present yourself non-verbally, you can create an atmosphere that draws her in and makes her want to be with you more. Now let's connect this to Stoicism. Stoic philosophy tells us to be aware of and in the present moment at all times. When you pay attention to her body language, you're practicing this awareness. You're not just hearing what she says, you're also seeing how she acts and reacts. This high level of awareness helps you act well and connect with someone better. For example, if you're on a date and notice that she's leaning in, making strong eye contact, and copying your movements, that's a good sign that she's interested. A stoic person would stay calm and collected. By noticing these signs without getting too excited, you keep your cool, which makes you even more attractive. On the other hand, if you notice signs of discomfort or disinterest, a stoic person would not take it personally. Instead, they would see it as useful feedback. It could mean that you need to change the subject, give her more space, or just accept that there is no link. Being able to control your emotions and adapt to new situations makes you stronger and less likely to be upset by negative reactions. Mastering body language is a powerful way to get women to notice you. You need to be 2 steps ahead of her, knowing and sending the right signals and creating a mood that naturally draws her to you. Like any skill, it takes time and practice to get good at it, but once you do, the results will be amazing. So start observing, practicing, and incorporating this awareness into your daily interactions. It will not only improve your dating life, but also your overall communication skills, making you a more confident and perceptive person. Great conversations start with interesting questions. Men who are naturally curious can use that to their advantage to ask interesting questions. This not only shows that you're interested in her, but it also helps you learn more about her in the context of Stoicism. When you ask thoughtful questions, you show that you value her thoughts and feelings, which can make her think about you even after the conversation is over. For example, instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" which can be answered with a simple yes or no, you could ask, "What was the best part of your day?" This question encourages her to talk more about her experiences and feelings. When you ask the right questions, you give them the chance to talk about themselves, which not only makes her feel valued, but also builds a deeper connection. For example, asking, "What are you passionate about?" or "Can you tell me about a time when you felt truly happy?" Lets her open up and share more personal stories, which builds a bond between you. The key is to avoid questions that are too personal or invasive, and instead focus on open-ended questions that require a more detailed answer. You should also avoid asking questions that you already know the answer to, since that can make the conversation feel forced. Getting into a woman's thoughts and feelings is what will really turn her on, and this is what makes the connection that all women crave. If you want to be successful in relationships with women, you need to learn how to combine psychology with conversation. For example, if she says, "I'm fine," but her body language suggests otherwise, you can gently probe further by saying, "It seems like something might be bothering you. Do you want to talk about it?" This shows that you are paying attention and care about her well-being. By using psychology in your conversations, you will be able to get a better understanding of what she is really thinking and feeling. This deeper understanding will not only make her think about you, but also leave a lasting impression. For example, if she tells you a story about her childhood, you can later reference it in a thoughtful way. "I remember you saying how much you loved visiting your grandparents' house. That must have been a special place for you." Questioning a woman is a great way to get her to think about you because it shows that you care about her as a person, builds stronger connections, and shows that you know what she's thinking and feeling. This method, which is based on Stoic ideas of genuine curiosity and empathy, will make you stand out and leave a lasting impression on her. 5. Practice mindful listening. When men are good with women, they don't just hear what they say, they really listen. This means more than nodding or waiting for their turn to speak. To listen in this case means picking up on the tiny hints and non-verbal messages she is sending. This means paying attention to her tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language. I'm trying to understand her better by taking notes every time she talks. For example, let's say she's telling you about her day while other men are thinking of their next clever remark or sharing an experience. You focus on her and listen to what she says, but you also notice the excitement in her eyes when she talks about her passion or the slight hesitancy in her voice when she talks about something that upsets her. You don't just hear her words, you understand how she feels and what she's saying. This deeper level of listening helps you connect with her and shows that you value what she has to say and respect her feelings and experiences. For example, If she talks about a hobby she enjoys, remember it and bring it up in future conversations. If she talks about a tough situation at work, show that you care by genuinely understanding and supporting her. Stoicism teaches us how important it is to be present and fully involved in the present moment. When you listen to a woman with your full attention, you practice this principle. You're not thinking about or worrying about anything else. You're completely focused on her. This presence creates a strong bond and makes her feel truly understood and valued. But listening isn't just about understanding what she says. It's also about seeing things from her point of view. For example, when she's complaining about a problem with a friend, instead of offering solutions or judging the situation, you try to see it from her point of view. You acknowledge her feelings and validate her experience. By showing empathy, you show that you understand her point of view and are ready to support her emotionally. For example, instead of giving her advice or changing the subject, you could say, "I can see why that would be really frustrating for you." This way of being there for her makes her feel heard and appreciated. More importantly, this level of understanding gives you a huge advantage when it comes to building a deeper relationship. When you know what she wants and how she thinks you can respond in ways that resonate with her, you'll be able to make thoughtful gestures that show you've been paying attention, like remembering her favorite book and surprising her with a copy of the newest book by that author. Women often show how they feel with short facial reactions or subtle body language. You can tell a lot about how she's feeling just by noticing these small signs, like a surprised look, a frown, or a quick glance away. Learning how to listen deeply, as Stoicism suggests, takes patience, presence, and empathy. It's about making her feel important and valued, which will make her think about you more. By listening with your whole being, not just your ears, you make a connection that goes beyond words and touches the core of who she is. Here's how to get her to think about you. Show her that you care about her in a way that makes you stand out from the others. It is good to be patient. In relationships, patience isn't just about waiting. It's also about how you act while you're waiting. Being patient is a strong trait that shows how strong and emotionally mature you are. As Stoics, we believe this, accepting patience as a way to handle life's unknowns with grace and strength. Consider the early stages of getting to know someone. Don't rush into things. Let the relationship grow naturally. This thoughtful approach not only shows that you respect her pace, but it also shows that you can stay calm when things are uncertain. For example, instead of rushing to meet up or texting her all the time, you give her room and time to show interest in you back. Your actions make her feel loved and appreciated, which leads to a stronger bond over time. Being patient in a relationship also means realizing that deep connections take time to form. It means letting her open up at her own pace and respecting her limits. Think about taking a deep breath. When she doesn't want to share something personal during a conversation, you don't push her to do so. Instead, you listen carefully and reassure her that she can share when she feels ready. This gives her a sense of security and comfort, making her feel valued and understood. Also, patience goes beyond the early stages of dating. It means dealing with problems and disagreements with a steady resolve. For example, when disagreements arise, you don't react quickly. Instead, you take a step back, listen actively, and respond thoughtfully. Imagine that you and your partner are disagreeing about an important matter, but instead of getting angry or defensive, you calmly listen to her point of view, accept how she feels, and work together to find a good solution. This shows that you want to understand her and find shared ground with her. Being patient doesn't mean being passive. Being patient is a virtue that will make her think about you more, appreciate your presence, and build a deeper, more meaningful relationship with you. So the next time you want to rush things or act without thinking, remember that patience is a virtue that will help you build a relationship based on trust, respect, and lasting connection. Number 7. Understand women's behavior. Being able to read people like a superpower. Imagine walking into a room and instantly knowing who everyone is, what they want, and how they might act. This skill is especially useful when it comes to understanding women. Men who master this skill can handle social situations with ease and confidence. Let's look at this from a Stoic point of view. Stoicism tells us to look at things and understand them without passing judgment. When you talk to a woman, pay attention to her words, body language, and tone of voice. These small signs, like if she crosses her arms and looks away, can tell you a lot about how she feels and what she wants. She could be defensive or not interested, but if she leans in and keeps eye contact, she's probably paying attention and interested in the conversation. Imagine you're having a conversation with a woman at a coffee shop. She keeps looking at her phone, her body is slightly turned away from you, and her answers are short. These signs show that she might not be fully present or interested. A man who reads these cues can politely end the conversation or change the subject. A man who doesn't read these cues, on the other hand, keeps talking about himself and quickly leaves the conversation. Reading women means more than just knowing what they're interested in. It also means knowing when they're comfortable, nervous, excited, or bored. Knowing this lets you change how you talk to them, showing empathy and genuine interest. For example, if a woman seems nervous, you can make her feel better by telling her a funny story or asking her about something she's passionate about. This not only makes her feel better, but it also shows that you care about her feelings. This skill is also very helpful for making deeper connections. When men are present and truly listen, instead of just waiting for their turn to talk, women appreciate it. This kind of attention can make a woman feel valued and understood, which makes her think about you even when you're not around. But this kind of attention comes with great responsibility. Stoicism teaches us to be moral with our skills. Just because you can read people doesn't mean you should take advantage of that. Instead, use your knowledge to make friends and build real relationships. For example, if you sense that a woman is having a hard day, offer your support instead of trying to take advantage of her weakness. Reading women is a powerful skill that can help your dating life and relationships. If you can observe without judging, respond with empathy, and use your insights in a smart way, you can make connections that make women think about you long after the talk is over. This fits wonderfully with Stoic ideas because it stresses ethical behavior, mindfulness, and the value of real human connection. Number 8. Practice learning with empathy. Stoics believed that it was important to understand others, see things from their point of view, and respond with kindness and wisdom. Empathy, the ability to truly understand and share another person's feelings, is a powerful trait that fits in well with these ideas. This quality is especially important when talking to women because it lets you connect on a deeper level. Above and beyond simple exchanges, imagine that your partner is stressed out after a long day. Instead of ignoring her feelings or trying to solve her problems right away, take a moment to really listen and understand how she feels. Let her know you understand how hard things are for her and that you are here for her. When you empathize with a woman, you create a space where she feels safe to talk about her feelings. For example, if she tells you she's disappointed about a project at work, you could respond with genuine understanding of her frustration. I can see how much effort you put into that project and how disappointing it must be to not see the results you hoped for. This shows that you are not only listening, but also feeling what she is feeling. Empathy helps you understand her needs and wants without her having to say them. It's like tuning into her emotional frequency. When men master this skill, they can handle all of a woman's emotions with grace and understanding, creating a bond that is hard to break. This connection makes her think of you because she knows that you truly understand her. Additionally, when you practice empathy, you embody the Stoic principle of being present in the moment. Instead of being preoccupied with your own thoughts or judgments, you focus on her and her experience. Being mindful can help you connect with her more deeply and make her feel valued. Empathy also means being patient and letting her fully express her feelings. If she's upset, instead of trying to fix the problem right away, you could say, "I'm here for you, and I want to understand what you're going through." This shows that you care and respect how she deals with her emotions. Women naturally feel what other people feel. People are always looking for a partner who can connect with them on an emotional level. By showing empathy, you show that you are aware of her feelings and can make a deep emotional connection with her. This makes her feel understood and appreciated, leaving a lasting impression. In general, empathy isn't just about understanding how she feels. It's about making her feel understood. This builds a strong emotional bond that makes her think about you even when you're not around. By living by this Stoic principle, you show her that you are not just any man, but a man who values and understands the depth of her emotions. 9. Accept the power of being alone. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Being alone is a choice to think, recover, and get back in touch with yourself in Stoicism. Being alone is an important way to think about yourself and learn more about yourself. Being alone shows independence, and being able to take care of yourself are naturally appealing traits. If you make time for meditation every week, you'll develop a sense of inner peace as you sit quietly, focus on your breath, and let go of daily stresses. This calmness doesn't just stay with you during meditation, it spreads to your daily interactions, making you more grounded and centered. When you're grounded, people, especially women, notice your stability and calm demeanor. They can tell you can handle life's ups and downs with ease. Grace. Another example is keeping a journal. By writing down your thoughts and feelings, you become more aware of who you are and what you want. This kind of self-awareness is very helpful in relationships because it makes you less likely to give in to outside views or pressures. This certainty pulls you in. Women like guys who are sure of themselves and their life path and spend time alone. Hobbies like reading or hiking can also help you connect with your inner world. These activities let you explore your interests and hobbies without being interrupted. For example, if you like hiking alone, you might feel very proud of yourself when you reach the top of a mountain. Victory makes you stronger and more independent when you talk about your struggles. Women are interested in your drive and the strength you gain from these strong solo adventures. Solitude is also a time for personal growth and development. Thinking about your values, goals, and aspirations helps you stay true to yourself. For example, if you think about what really matters to you, like honesty or kindness, your actions will be in line with these values. This creates a harmonious and authentic life that makes you more attractive because you live with purpose and conviction. In the end, embracing the power of solitude is about taking care of your inner world and building a strong sense of self. When you have a good relationship with yourself, you naturally attract women who are drawn to your honesty and inner strength. They see a man who doesn't need other people to complete him, but chooses to share his wholeness with them. By practicing solitude, you show that you value self-discovery and personal growth. This not only makes you more interesting, but it also shows that you can be alone without being lonely. Women like and respect this trait in a man because it means he is strong and balanced enough to share his life with someone equally strong and self-aware. 10. Develop emotional control. Stoic thought stresses the importance of controlling your emotions, which is also a key part of making relationships that last. It's about controlling your feelings, reacting carefully to situations, and staying calm even when things are tough. For example, let's say you just had an unexpected setback at work. Instead of getting angry or frustrated, you take a deep breath, look at the situation calmly, and reply with a clear head. This calmness not only eases stress, but it also gives people faith in your ability to deal with problems. Women and men are both drawn to this steady presence because it shows power and dependability. Imagine that you and your partner have a disagreement. Instead of letting your emotions control your response, you listen carefully, acknowledge her feelings, and explain your point of view in a calm and respectful way. This not only stops the disagreement from getting worse, but it also shows that you are emotionally mature and self-disciplined, which is very attractive and reassuring. Emotional control also means knowing how to use empathy and compassion in your relationships. By being aware of other people's feelings and responding with empathy, you create a supportive and nurturing space. For example, if your partner is having a rough day, you don't brush off her worries. Instead, you show your support and show that you genuinely care. Having this mental intelligence helps people connect more deeply and makes the ties of trust and understanding stronger. Emotional control also means controlling your reactions, instead of responding out of the blue when you are upset or criticized. If someone says something mean or critical to you, you stop, think about it, and decide what to do next. Instead of reacting violently, you give it some thought, respond thoughtfully, or sometimes decide not to respond at all. This shows maturity and self-discipline, which are very attractive in a partner. Emotional control also includes how you talk about and show your feelings. By saying what you're feeling clearly and politely, you show that you have emotional control. Encourage open and honest communication in your relationships. Being honest builds intimacy and mutual respect, which is the basis for a lasting connection. For example, if something is bothering you, you could calmly tell your partner how you feel instead of holding it in or getting angry. This honest exchange not only solves the problem, but also strengthens your emotional bond. Emotional control means taking charge of your inner world and getting better at handling relationships with grace and understanding. When you live by this Stoic principle, you create a presence that is both comforting and captivating, drawing people to you. Connections that matter. Women naturally like men who are in charge because it shows that you can handle the ups and downs of life with ease, making them feel safe and important in your company. Developing emotional control changes not only how you deal with your own feelings, but also how you interact with others. This has a lasting effect that strengthens relationships and attracts people who admire your strength and calmness. By following this Stoic principle, you become a beacon of calm in the storm, which is a trait that is highly valued in any relationship. This concludes our look at how Stoic principles can help us understand and navigate the complicated and fascinating world of a woman's mind. I hope that the point of view I've shared here was both interesting and useful for you. The main ideas of Stoicism, like patience, empathy, and being aware of both spoken and unspoken communication, are very useful in this process of understanding. These ideas are not just abstract ideas. They can make a big difference in how we interact with others. For example, when we practice patience, we give ourselves time to really listen and connect, knowing that every interaction has layers worth exploring. Empathy lets us put ourselves in someone else's shoes and understand their feelings and points of view. This improves our interactions and strengthens bonds. Additionally, getting better at reading verbal and non-verbal cues helps us respond more thoughtfully and appropriately, closing communication gaps and promoting mutual respect. Whether your goal is to strengthen the bonds in an existing relationship or to gain a better understanding of how you interact with women every day, these skills will help you reach your goals. These wise words from Stoics can change the way you do things. If you use these lessons, you can turn simple conversations into deep ones and casual ties into deep ones. If today's discussion struck a chord with you or gave you new ideas, I encourage you to interact with this content by actively liking it. Doing so helps the channel a lot and makes our content easier for others to find. If you haven't already, you might want to join our group for more in-depth content, looking into relationship dynamics, personal growth, and useful theory. I'm really interested in hearing about your thoughts and experiences. How have you used Stoic ideas in your relationships? Do you think these methods help you understand and connect with women? Please share your thoughts and stories in the section below the comments. Your feedback not only improves the learning of everyone in the community, but it also helps to plan future content. Finally, don't forget to watch the suggested videos that will pop up on your screen. They were carefully chosen to go along with what you've learned today and give you more information on how to build healthy, respectful relationships. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next movie.